ladies and gentlemen. I'm John Gray, and the fall has fallen. The leaves are gone, and we're just plain living, looking at winter coming.
I know. I just woke up and it was winter, and you know.
And who are you, by the way?
Who am I?
Yeah, who are you?
I'm Peggy Burton.
Do I know you?
I'm glad
Do I
to
know
be
you?
here. I think so. And big weekend. Veterans Day ceremony was so nice.
Veterans Day ceremony was very good.
And I'm always touched when Tullahoma takes a lot of pride in, you know, appreciating our veterans.
You know, and I think that the commander spoke, and we'll probably have some stuff from the Veterans Day celebration on the show today, but
he did a great job.
We're a national defense city, and you know the military has had a great presence here for a long time, and I would imagine that the celebration that we have is probably different from in most little towns where there's not been a military presence.
Exactly. I was surprised that we lost so many veterans this year.
I read the list, and it was right short, 3 short of 100, I believe.
Yeah.
But you know that's the time.
Right.
A lot of our Vietnam guys, and I think we only have maybe one World War II guy left, and he's 104.
Isn't that awesome?
You know, so it's part of that deal. You know, we're getting to the age where you go to a couple. I am, and you as well. You know, we're going to at least one, maybe 2 funerals a week. Seems like there's a funeral you could go to almost every week.
You could go all the time. You could spend your life at a funeral if you decided to do that.
Yeah. Some of them I think I need to be there, and some of them I don't.
Right, so it's just the way life is.
Hey, I want to give a shout out right now to somebody that means a great deal to me. You know the guy that comes to the country show from McMinnville, Fran's cousin's husband, Leo,
yeah.
that I always kid about him being out on work release.
Right.
And for everybody to put their hands on their wallets when they get up out of the seat because you can't tell what Leo might get.
Yeah.
Leo's having a little health issue right now, and I just want to wish Leo well. He's been in the hospital for a couple of days. He's getting better.
Good.
But you know, I want to send out good wishes and prayerful thoughts for Leo's return to good health, because he's one of my real buddies. You know, when you're involved with big families, you know, some of them, they're okay, and some of them you like a little better than others, and some you just bond with and get along.
Right.
You know, and Leo and I have had a very good relationship through the years.
Well, we'll all say a little
I
prayer
just pray that Leo gets better soon.
I do too.
Better soon.
Anyway, I enjoyed the ceremony.
Hey, there was excuse me, go ahead.
I was just going to say I enjoyed the ceremony and all that was said, and I just thought that the colonel was so relaxed with what he had to say.
Great job.
He made some great points in his experience. He's a young man, you know.
He's done a whole lot of stuff for a young man. He's done a whole lot of
stuff for a very young man.
Sure has. And one thing we want to remind you of, we went to see Patsy Cline on Friday night, and the Saturday and Sunday shows were canceled because
right. I was all dressed, ready to go, and
Jeanette had got sick. There's only 2 characters in this show. Jeanette and Louise. That's it.
And that was it.
Yeah, and the band, of course. And the band's a huge part of it because it's a live Nashville band.
Well, for all the people that had reservations for last Saturday and Sunday, which were canceled, you can call and make reservations for Friday or Saturday this week.
Right.
Because on Sunday we're having the Young Artist, or
Showcase.
the Young Musicians Showcase. We've changed the title, but that's okay.
Yeah.
There are young artists, and there's some fabulously talented young people in this community. And I hope you'll come out and see them. It's Sunday afternoon at 2:30. We have one of the performers on the show today. She'll be playing part of a concerto.
But I just want to tell you that Jeanette King,
Yeah, she was fabulous.
she was absolutely incredible. And as I'm listening to her sing, she does 27 songs. And Patsy Cline had an exceptional register
Right.
in her voice. And singing Patsy Cline is not an easy thing to do. You do 27 songs.
And it's not all Walking After Midnight. Or,
No. There's songs.
A lot of songs in her repertoire.
There's a whole lot of songs. And you know, the thing about it is, it's kind of funny. I was reminded of the fact that a lot of these singers that are stars, we don't really hear but about 20% of the music that they do.
that they can do, yeah.
Well, that they do on their albums, because usually on an album, and particularly back in her day, you know, you had maybe, if you had one or two songs on an album that was a hit, that was good.
Right.
The rest of them were filler songs. Nobody remembers those songs.
Nobody remembers all those songs.
And
yeah.
they're great songs.
They just remember those that are crazy.
Yeah,
you know,
crazy.
and Walking After Midnight and all
you know,
those.
I thought, and I don't know what her issue was to not perform on Saturday
She
and
just
Sunday.
blew her voice out. She had laryngitis and couldn't speak.
And that's what I thought. I thought, you know, you
Yeah.
take someone who doesn't sing professionally and do this all week, every week of their life, to do that show 4 days in a row
That's
is going to be
right.
almost impossible to do.
It's hard. Would have been maybe hard to find an understudy, but it would have been nice if there could have been an
Right.
understudy. But
But they couldn't do it like she did.
They couldn't do it like she did it.
Was
She's very
absolutely
good.
magnificent.
she's a perfectionist when it comes to doing a part. She's
Yeah, and
wonderful,
Ashley,
yeah.
who played Louise,
I
who
love
was her friend, and I met Peggy, and I probably both met Ashley this past
At the
year
country show,
at
yeah.
the country show, because she is Mercy of the gospel comedy team, Shirley.
Shirley Goodness and
Shirley
Mercy.
Goodness and Mercy. She
so cute.
was absolutely hilarious. She stole that show.
Yeah, everybody told me it was great.
It
so
was very
I hope,
good.
I hope I get to see it.
Yeah, and I hope the rest of you get to go too. So Thanksgiving's right around the corner.
I know, I got a lot to be thankful for. Number one, I'm alive and I get up every day.
That's right.
And, you know, thank God that I'm still moving. So that's a good thing to be thankful for.
Do you like pumpkin?
No,
You know, you see all this stuff, pumpkin spice and pumpkin
Yeah.
pie and pumpkin coffee and pumpkin cookies and
you know, they wears
pumpkin
me out.
everything.
I'm sorry, I like cinnamon, but I don't like
yeah,
pumpkin.
yeah. Well, I saw a thing, an ad, I think yesterday, for McAllister's, which is the new
everybody's
place
excited.
that's opened
Everybody's
up.
excited about that.
And it showed a piece of Oreo cheesecake and said, "Goodbye, pumpkin."
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
tired of pumpkin? Come get
Come
this
get
right
this.
here. So I'm going.
So you're going?
Yeah. Shoot
Oh,
you.
yeah, they're a welcome business here
Oh,
in
yeah,
Oklahoma.
yeah, we're glad to
And
have
we're getting
all
all
these-
kind of businesses.
We certainly
I
are.
hope people are looking around Tullahoma for gifts for Christmas rather than going off somewhere else. There's a lot you can find in this town.
You know, Ray Noah read a proclamation last night at the board meeting about shopping small.
Yeah.
On Saturday after Thanksgiving. You know, all the big stores had Black Friday. Well, Saturday, shop small. And small town businesses are responsible for about 68% of the business in this
Which
country.
is pretty amazing. Yeah,
And the employment,
right.
you know, so.
A lot of people have jobs
and
because of
all
small.
that money stays here.
Right.
The profit doesn't get sucked out of your town and sent to the corporate office in Chicago or Seattle or wherever. The people who own small town businesses live here. They pay taxes
They pay
here.
taxes,
They spend their
and
money here.
And they're very supportive of a lot of
And
agencies
they're
that
the
need money.
ones. They're the ones where South Jackson and the Art Center and all of our nonprofits get their money.
They are.
The
They're
big
very-
box stores don't leave money locally
You're
very
right.
often. It's the small town businesses
So
that
I-
support the fabric of this community, which we love so much.
And there's so many small businesses in and around the back roads, sort of,
heavens, yes.
Tullahoma. So get out and look around and you'll find what you need.
Ride a country road.
Ride a country road. That might
That'd
be a
good
song.
song. Okay, we'll wax philosophic here just for a minute. Assumed truth. What exists between what you see and what you say? What you see is unfiltered, stamped on your memory as it occurred. But your eyes, mind, and heart do not always know the circumstances behind the action scene. What you say is often restricted by society's current definition of what is acceptable, or your personal ideology. Both bridle one's perspective. So, between what you see and what you say is assumed truth.
Yes, it is.
Might not be truth, but
Might not
that's
be true,
what
but
you
you
think it is.
assume.
You assume. For an instant, where will I go when I'm gone? What will I be when I get there? A compilation of all those bens and dones, heres and nows that are an instant toward the future and an instant from the past, that deliver me to where and who I am for an instant. Because the next instant,
Next
it's
instant,
gone.
you may be somebody else. Those are nice.
Wisdom is earned, not given. It can be shared and stored to be called on at need. Wisdom can come at any age, but usually not paid attention to until some years of experience open the door to its storage locker. Share wisdom with great care. I'll say that again.
Share wisdom with
great care. And realize the wisest thing you can do is listen.
The world needs more listeners, I have to tell you.
We'll be right back after these messages.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For many senior citizens, life looks like this, but it doesn't have to. When you make your home at Parkview Senior Living, life after retirement takes on a whole new meaning. Daily exercise options, fun outings, happy hour, game nights, movies and popcorn, arts and crafts, enjoying friends over chef-prepared meals. Parkview Senior Living, where you're always home, but you're never home alone.
Let me tell you about the toughest guy on earth. He does the work of 2 jobs, but only gets paid for one. He's tough enough to feed the man that gave him a lifetime of nourishment.
He has the crazy strength to lift the man that raised him up without even flinching.
That's right. No employee of the month bonus check here. This guy, no, this warrior, will always be by his father's side, even if his dad will hardly remember. Good luck finding a gym to train for that. If this guy isn't the toughest guy on the planet, then I don't know who is. Caregiving is tougher than tough. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving. caregiving.
Is this the year you want to get fit? If so, check out just some of the things Tullahoma Parks and Rec has to offer. Kickboxing, aerobics, silver sneakers workouts, swim lessons, boot camp, water aerobics, basketball, Zumba, yoga, pickleball, lap swimming, treadmill, karate. Get fit, Tullahoma, and have some fun with Tullahoma Parks and Rec.
I was skeptical about getting the COVID-19 vaccine. There are a lot of opinions being shared. But I had the chance to talk with my doctor about my concerns. He told me the vaccines are backed by decades of research, and that the vaccines are proven safe and effective. Now I'm protected and ready to put this pandemic behind us. Join the millions of Tennesseans who have decided to give COVID-19 vaccines a shot. Visit covid19.tn.gov to find an appointment today.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, as we said earlier, last Friday was Veterans Day, 11/11, and at 11 o'clock we had our Veterans Ceremony at South Jackson Civic Center, and we're going to bring you some footage from that right now.
It's my distinct honor to welcome all of our veterans that are here today, our loved ones of the veterans, and Blue Star families, and Gold Star mothers, and I want to welcome especially our elected officials, Senator Boland, Representative Brick, and all of them, our city aldermen are here today. Welcome. Friends and neighbors, we're just excited that we can be with us today and help honor our community veterans. Tullahoma has a rich heritage associated with our military, and we've recently recognized the great American defense community. The governing board of the American Defense Communities at their annual conference in Phoenix, Arizona. Tullahoma shared that honor with 4 other communities in the country, only 4 others in the country. So we can rightly be proud of our being recognized for our support of our nation's military and for our nation's defense. So now, I'd like to ask that you please stand, rise, and ask our Boy Scout troop number 402 to pose the card. Please join me in the pledge of allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
to God of Open. Let us pray. Our Father and our God, we turn to you at this hour, mindful of the men and women who have served and who continue to serve this great nation through our armed forces. For the unsung heroes of our nation who have risked or even given their lives for the cause of freedom. We praise you for their courage, their unwavering commitment, and their service. For our veterans who are gathered here this morning, for our veterans who are lonely, who are displaced throughout the country, for those in the VA hospital, the nursing home, tend to them as you have promised, assure them that you are their God and their good shepherd, and that you have promised that you will never leave them nor forsake them. For those who continue to serve, we give thanks to you. Bless the men and women who serve within our borders and who are scattered throughout the world. For those who have lost a loved one, a father, a mother, a son, a daughter, that you bind up the brokenhearted with your comfort, with your peace, and with your strength. And give to each one of us gathered here today renewed strength that we may serve you and serve our neighbor as ourselves. We ask these things in the name of your Son, our Savior, Jesus Christ. Amen.
The Bookshelf in Tullahoma is the fundraising arm of the Coffee County Literacy Council. Since 1988, the Literacy Council's goal and purpose has been to support and promote adult basic education in Coffee County. We enable individuals to complete their high school equivalency exam, which helps them get better jobs or continue into higher education. The Bookshelf at 114 Southwest Atlantic Street in Tullahoma is where we sell used books which are donated to us by the community. Come see us, bring your books to donate, and join us as you find every genre of books that you can imagine.
MacArthur Manor Assisted Living is passionate about creating better experiences for our Manchester seniors. Our residents describe us in a few words.
Welcoming.
When you walk through the doors at MacArthur Manor, we'll treat you like family.
Caring.
Through high standards of personalized care, we help residents live life to its fullest.
Engaging.
With a wide range of life-enriching activities, there is something for everyone at MacArthur Manor. With our residents and staff now vaccinated, call us today to schedule your safe and personalized tour.
I had a knee replacement, so they've got me in life care, which I'm very, very thankful for. I couldn't garden, I couldn't do my flower beds, I can't chase my little dogs. I have been in several therapy sessions for knees and back, and that's the best therapist I believe I've ever been to. It's tremendous because I'm able to walk again, but if it wasn't for the care, I wouldn't be where I am.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Is this the year you want to get fit? If so, check out just some of the things Tullahoma Parks and Rec has to offer. Kickboxing, aerobics, silver sneakers workouts, swim lessons, boot camp, water aerobics, basketball, Zumba, yoga, pickleball, lap swimming, treadmill, karate. Get fit, Tullahoma, and have some fun with Tullahoma Parks and Rec.
Do you love sports? Then you should know about STEM. Because maximizing nutrition, analyzing peak muscle performance, calculating the perfect shot, and more are all made possible by science, technology, engineering, and math. In fact, there are more careers than ever in sports science. So if you have a passion for sports, then think about getting involved in STEM and improve everyone's game on and off the field. Get inspired at SheCanSTEM.com.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
Welcome back. I am so happy today to talk to you about the Young Musicians Showcase that's coming up at South Jackson this Sunday at 2:30 p.m. in the afternoon. And you can get tickets by calling the South Jackson Civic Center here in Tullahoma, Tennessee, or you can go online, write all that down, and that'll help you out. But we need to encourage these young musicians, and I'm so pleased to have with me Elizabeth Garner today. Elizabeth is a junior and is homeschooled, and takes lessons from Miss Lisa Maurer, who everybody should know is a sensational artist and musician and teacher. And tell me, Elizabeth, how long have you been taking violin lessons?
About 9 years.
9 years. Oh my gosh, you started down here. Did you have a teeny tiny violin?
I think I had a three-quarter size.
Yeah.
But I was 7. So.
Well, it's amazing. I listened to you last year and the year before, and I'm thinking, wow, what now is she going to do? And by the way, we have several students, and I cannot read them off of my phone, that are performing on the showcase. Can you read them? I'm hoping that Elizabeth can do it.
There's Parker Campbell, Ethan Eldridge, Chloe Fuller, Elizabeth Garner, Spencer Kirksey, Isaac Lee, Olivia Thomason, Alexa Thompson, and Ashlyn Waller.
Thank you. These are outstanding students in every way, and you don't get on the Young Musicians Showcase without rehearsal. How much do you rehearse every day, Elizabeth?
I usually practice for an hour.
For an hour, and it shows in what you do. And today, what are you playing?
I'm playing Summer by Vivaldi.
And this is from a concerto. So does it go, is Summer the first part, or is that in the, how does it start?
It starts with spring, and then summer, fall, and winter. So.
And so you're doing summer now. I think we're going to go ahead and do that because I don't want to run out of time. Okay. So grab your bow and your violin and let's hear it. Loved it. How long do you think it has taken you to learn this entire concerto?
I'm not sure. I think it was less than a year though.
Less than a year, that's fabulous. Because just digging into one portion, like Summer, that was beautiful. What do you have a favorite part of this concerto?
Probably the third movement.
The third movement?
Yeah. It's the most dramatic.
It's the most dramatic. Now it makes me excited to hear the whole thing. So people, please encourage yourself and your friends to come to see this young musicians showcase, because we have some really outstanding performers here in our region. I think the students are students of teachers in Tullahoma that are in high school. And they have to play serious music or sing serious music. And this is the epitome of great talent that's willing to practice an hour every day. And I asked her a while ago if she ever played anything else, and she admitted that once in a while she played some pop stuff. And do you find it fun to do that too?
Yes, I do.
Do you like the Celtic stuff? The Celtic music?
Yeah.
You know, they always have a violinist, and I can see you doing that. Well, I want to encourage you to come Sunday at 2:30 and get tickets right there. It's on the screen, and to see Elizabeth and the other young people that are performing. I think we have 2 vocalists, and I know that Chloe plays saxophone, and oh my goodness, there's another outstanding talent, and all of them are outstanding talents, and I'm excited about it. There will be a little article in the paper. Be sure and read it, and be sure to come to see us at South Jackson Civic Center Sunday at 2:30. It's $10, I believe, in advance and $12 at the door. Thank you, Elizabeth.
Thank you.
I will see you Saturday at rehearsal.
All right.
We'll be back.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
For many senior citizens, life looks like this, but it doesn't have to. When you make your home at Parkview Senior Living, life after retirement takes on a whole new meaning. Daily exercise options, fun outings, happy hour, game nights, movies and popcorn, arts and crafts, enjoying friends over chef-prepared meals. Parkview Senior Living, where you're always home, but you're never home alone.
Let me tell you about the toughest guy on earth. He does the work of 2 jobs, but only gets paid for one. He's tough enough to feed the man that gave him a lifetime of nourishment.
He has the crazy strength to lift the man that raised him up without even flinching.
That's right. No employee of the month bonus check here. This guy, no, this warrior, will always be by his father's side, even if his dad will hardly remember. Good luck finding a gym to train for that. If this guy isn't the toughest guy on the planet, then I don't know who is. Caregiving is tougher than tough. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
Is this the year you want to get fit? If so, check out just some of the things Tullahoma Parks and Rec has to offer. Kickboxing, aerobics, silver sneakers workouts, swim lessons, boot camp, water aerobics, basketball, Zumba, yoga, pickleball, lap swimming, treadmill, karate. Get fit, Tullahoma, and have some fun with Tullahoma Parks and Rec.
I was skeptical about getting the COVID-19 vaccine. There are a lot of opinions being shared. But I had the chance to talk with my doctor about my concerns. He told me the vaccines are backed by decades of research, and that the vaccines are proven safe and effective. Now I'm protected and ready to put this pandemic behind us. Join the millions of Tennesseans who have decided to give COVID-19 vaccines a shot. Visit covid19.tn.gov to find an appointment today.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, one of the great things that happens every year during our Veterans Day celebration is when Lloyd Smith stands up and sings a medley of our military, all of our service songs for all of the branches of the military. And it just brings chills to you, and it's just as wonderful the next year as it is the year before and the year after. Thanks, Lloyd, for what you do. Let's show that right now.
cherish my children and my wife. I thank the Lord above for living here today, 'cause this flag still stands for freedom, and you can't take that away. I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free, and I won't forget the ones who died who gave that right to me, and I proudly stand next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston, from New York to LA, there's pride in every American heart, and I'm proud to stand and say that I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free, and I won't forget the ones who died who gave that right to me, and I'm proudly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. The USA.
Smoking tobacco accounts for 3 of every 10 fire deaths in the United States.
Tullahoma Fire Department. Need you en route to a structure fire, 202 Main Street. Heavy smoke showing. Neighbors advise child trapped inside.
Lighters, matches, and associated smoking paraphernalia are the leading cause of preschooler fire deaths. We as firefighters know that most structure fires can be prevented.
I've got one! Command, this is primary search. We have a victim. Need EMS to meet us at the front door.
Please help us to give you a fighting chance. This can be prevented. Contact the Tullahoma Fire Department for a free home safety inspection.
What's a Tennessee vacation? It starts off like any road trip, and then, boom, adventure and thrills everywhere you look, which happens to be some of the most beautiful scenery in the country. Music here, history there, and all kinds of green in between. Come relax and unwind, or bring the crowd for some stargazing, or stargazing. Whatever you do, come hungry and expect an awesome soundtrack. It's all right here in Tennessee. We're playing your song. For a free vacation guide, visit tnvacation.com.
Come on. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff, like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with two good-looking gals, and I love it every time they come. We have the ladies from the chamber here, and just here, Hope and Tisha are here to let us know. You know, we're rolling out of Halloween. Had a great downtown walk around with the kids. How many kids were there on the streets? There's a bunch.
I think that it's safe to estimate between 300 and 400. I mean, it's always a really healthy.
And isn't that wonderful?
Oh, it's so great because it's a safe, wonderful event, a great way to bring people downtown. So.
And a lot of the adults dress up too.
I think everybody enjoys getting into the spirit and having a little fun. What's your favorite candy? Oh, goodness, M&M's. Pretty simple.
Twix.
Twix?
Twix.
Right or left?
Left.
All you have to do is turn them over. I think those commercials are hilarious. So what's coming up next? The next thing we've got coming up is Wobble Gobble?
That's right. This Saturday, November 19th, is our 3rd annual Wobble Gobble Chamber 5K.
I just think that's hilarious.
I know, it's so fun to say. So we invite anybody who's interested in joining us. You can walk, run, or wobble. And so we have an assortment of awards that are given out for different age groups, but we also give a Tired Turkey Award. So even if like, I'm not a runner, I'm a walker.
A Tired Turkey Award?
Yes, you can walk the course with a cup of coffee and just enjoy yourself and even win a prize at the end. And
okay, so how long is the Tired Turkey course?
Well, you start at the same time as everyone else. It's just the very last person to cross the finish line receives our Tired Turkey.
Oh.
Yes.
There's something for everyone.
So if you want to wobble, is there a wobble course? Huh?
It's the same course, it's just how you choose to participate.
And what is the course?
So the course runs through, it actually runs all through Tullahoma. We'll start in downtown Tullahoma, just in front of the chamber, we'll begin our festivities.
Right.
They'll start at London's and run all the way around downtown, down North Jackson. They'll cut over at about Regions Bank area, and then they'll come back down to the chamber to the finish line.
On Atlantic.
Right in front
on Atlantic
Street.
Yes. Yeah, that's great.
Yes.
That's great. So, what about if you stumble, do you have a stumble course where you can stumble about a block, go around the square with your cup of coffee?
However you choose to make it back is up to you. We do provide a safe course that is mapped out by the committee in partnership with the city. And so we encourage you to stay on the course that we have blocked off and have safely provided for everyone.
So when you leave the chamber, you go down Jackson Street or down over to Atlantic Street?
Actually, when you begin the race, you come down the alley in between London's and Memories Antiques, and you're going to pass a beautiful mural on your left, and then you're going to get to the stop sign, and in front of you is the new Ragu 2 and Lester Green McCord and Toma, and then the dry cleaners. You're going to cut a left and then immediately right, run behind Elk River.
Okay.
And then turn at Papa John's and Tullahoma Fine Arts Center onto Jackson Street, all the way down to, like Tisha said, Regions Bank, Eye Care Center, and cut back that way. So, but it makes the 5K.
So if you come down the alley and make a quick turn, instead of going down to the Elk River, and go back in front of the chamber, you can find one of those lovely benches that's downtown, and you can sit right there on Atlantic Street and wait on them to come back the other way. Sip your coffee.
We're going to be very busy running the finish line festivities, and so if that's
what an old man wants to do, that'd be okay, huh?
Maybe now's a good time to tell them about the chip. But
that's great, though.
It's fun for all ages, and so
yeah.
we have seen a growing participation in our youth that want to get out and enjoy this event, and so we truly invite the entire family to join us.
And have what, 350, 450 people?
I'd say we will near 350 participants this year, and we're very excited
Very proud.
to fill downtown Tullahoma. Like Hope mentioned, we've got a list of finish line festivities. We'll have a bounce house down in downtown Tullahoma. We will have several vendors, our sponsors. We'll have tables to interact with the crowd.
Good.
And we have an exciting giveaway. Florence at Clayton Shoes has sponsored our event and is offering a free pair of shoes to someone who has entered. Of those 350, we'll draw at the end festivities, and then when we finish, we'll hop on over to 122 West where they're hosting brunch for us, and we're super excited about that.
Isn't that great?
It is. There's so much going on.
And anyone can join the brunch festivities. The entire community is welcome. We encourage people to come out. This is, they've offered this every year for the race, and so it really is a very special occasion. Brunch is something that we constantly hear the market is wanting, and so we want to alert everyone that it's happening on Saturday morning, 122 West. We've seen the menu, and it looks amazing, and so even if you're not a runner, come on down and just enjoy in the fun. Yes,
and enjoy the fun.
Yes, and
bounce house and all that stuff going on. That's great.
We also have a professional race photographer that is joining us for this event, and so I'm documenting the race, and so we're really excited to add that element as well. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We have to say a huge thank you to James Fuller. He's our race director. He is very passionate about this project, and it shows by the growth of this event and how successful this event is. And so thank you, James, for your leadership on this, because I will confess, I know nothing about running, and so have to rely on the experts, just avidly taking notes.
There you go.
But
And then what else is happening? There was something else we were going to talk about.
Well, we have a great thing happening right now, which is our Shop Local program. And so we always want to talk about keeping the money in Tullahoma, the retail dollars. And we just really encourage everybody to check Tullahoma first. And so, and we are rewarding that by any purchase made in Tullahoma, and it can be your groceries, your gas, anything.
Right.
You bring your receipts to the Tullahoma Chamber, you write your name and your phone number, you put them in the box, and we are going to draw 12 lucky winners to win. What are they going to win, Tisha?
$100 cash.
That's right.
$100 cash.
Exactly. Yes.
Bring 6 guns out, girl.
Yes. And so, we welcome the celebration dance when you come to pick up your cash.
Exactly.
And so, but it is very, very exciting, and we love to encourage people to shop local, and so this program was kind of reimagined to reward those efforts.
And one thing I'll say, and I've said it before, is if you're in business, and something that all of the members of the chamber should do, and I haven't done it. I preach it, but I haven't done it as well as I should. We all should know what's in the little businesses around town, because if people come to your business and you don't have what they want, and they say, "Well, I'm looking for a candle like that," you need to know which business, which door it's in, to where that money and all that stuff can stay local and small here in our community. So be a good member of the chamber and be a good business person, and understand what your fellow business people have in their stores, to where you know where to send somebody who's here from Nashville and going, "Oh, well, I'm looking for so and so." Try to know where so-and-so is. And it would be best for all of us if we did that. And shop small, shop local, and join the Chamber of Commerce. Even if you're just an individual wanting to join and find out what's going on in our community and how our community is being promoted by these 2 ladies and all the wonderful people at the Chamber, buy in, be a stakeholder. Be a member.
Yep.
Doesn't cost that much.
There's actually 3 of us at the chamber. So it's myself, Tisha, and then Lily Smith, who's our marketing and communications
She's the marketing girl.
Yes, and so she is doing a great job with the marketing and promotions and the social media, and so yes.
And so we're going to be back. These 2 lovely ladies are going to be back next week with a little bit of update on the Christmas parade, probably, huh?
So we will be back again with some more information and our title sponsor.
Okay, gotcha. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Be safe out there. We'll be back after these messages.
Clayton's has been Tullahoma's shoe store for over 120 years, and Florence Hall continues that tradition today. We're the only shoe store in town that starts with measuring your foot to make sure you get the perfect fit in a quality shoe. That includes narrow through wide widths for men, women, and children. Clayton Shoes, the family shoe store you'll love.
We're gonna fit your style. We're gonna make you smile. Service and quality at Clayton Shoe Store. We're gonna fit your style.
My husband was diagnosed with a spinal infection. He lost his ability to swallow and the movement of his legs.
I couldn't turn over in bed, I couldn't walk, I couldn't eat.
They were just wonderful in the treatment and care they gave my husband.
I regained my mobility where I was able to go home.
It is miraculous.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
STEM is everywhere. Like here, behind the scenes of The Walking Dead.
When we break down clothes, we tumble it with trisodium phosphate, rock salt, and dish detergent.
We stitched together images of our model and created a 3D set that can be walked through in a VR headset.
We're able to turn 12 walkers into 1,000 walker hordes.
STEM can create new worlds on and off the screen. What will you make with STEM? Get inspired at SheCanSTEM.com.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
Talking history about this and that. It's conversations with John and Pat. With John and Pat. With John and Pat.
Hello everyone, I'm John Rickman.
And this is Pat Welch. And John, we're here today for segment 51.
We passed that milestone last time.
Right.
And we're at 51 today.
And we made reference that management might listen to an idea of a Conversation with John Pat marathon. And we've been informed that that's probably going to be a possibility when we get a little bit more free time for production and management to work it out. But
my feeling is it'll be somewhere where there's a lull. You know, there's not much going on, and they have to have a fill-in.
Well, there's nothing like having a lull that you can fill in with something spectacular.
Tennessee Ernie Ford did a song years ago, 16 tons. I've known it for a long time. Let's don't keep it in.
Let it rip.
Well, some people say a man is made out of mud. A poor man's made out of muscle and blood. Muscle and blood, skin and bones, a mind that's weak and a back that's strong. 16 tons, what do you get? Another day older and then dead. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. I was born one morning when the sun didn't shine. I picked up my shovel and I walked to the mine. I loaded 16 tons of number 9 coal, and the straw boss said, well, bless my soul. 16 tons, what do you get? Another day older and a deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. If you see me coming, better step aside. A lot of men didn't and a lot of men died. I got one fist of iron, the other of steel. If the right don't get you, then the left will. 16 tons, what do you get? Another day older and her deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. I owe my soul to the company store.
Wow.
You know, I dedicate that song to Charles Maddle. And you remember Tom Kaywood, who lived in Tullahoma until recently? They were both from up in Kentucky and came from that coal mining country.
Well, I didn't know Charles and Tom were from the same area.
He did. And you know, the mining company had shops in which you did your buying at the shops in the camp. And there's some sort of subscription money, maybe I'm saying that wrong, but some sort of money that they use where you could purchase things in the stores, their commissaries or whatever it might be.
Yeah, it's obvious, John, that you never have had a great affinity for personal debt, because that sounded awful soulful there when you talked about
I think Kilgore, Merle Kilgore wrote that song, and he wrote Deep in the Mine, dark as a dungeon, down deep in the mine. He knew about coal country.
That was neat.
Yes, sir. It has nothing to do with the subject we're going to talk about, I'm sure.
No, not a whole lot. I'm having a hard time coming up with a segue, but when we first got started here, we really had emphasis on local history, and we're going to go back to that theme today, John, because we're going to talk a little bit about Clayton Shoe Store, which is one of the oldest businesses in Tullahoma, and it got started in 1900. I'm not sure exactly when Couch's got started, but it wouldn't be too long after that. And the Builder Supply started in 1916. And I'm not sure how many more could compete with those three, but Clayton's has got a great history. And Florence Ratcliffe Hull, has remodeled, the present owner, has remodeled it not too long ago. And really, when she came back, she really wanted to showcase some of the history that was involved in it. And she's got pictures of all the owners. And so, Philip, if you'll put number 1 up there, that is James Clayton Sr., and he immigrated into the U.S. from Newcastle, England, and he first went to Chattanooga. He was a cobbler, and he went to Chattanooga trying to engage in that practice there, and was encouraged, I would assume, by cobblers that were already there that didn't want much of a competitor. They told him that there was a need for a cobbler in Tullahoma.
That's what I used to tell real estate people.
Right. So he moved to Tullahoma in 1882 and set up a cobbler's business, and set up number 2 there, Philip. She's also got a display of some of the early cobbler tools that I imagine that James Clayton Sr. had. James Clayton Sr.'s son was James, and to separate himself, he didn't go by Junior, he went by Zippy. And Zippy Clayton started Clayton's, the shoe store, in 1900. He had a daughter, Pauline Clayton Ratcliffe, who was Robert Ratcliffe's, who we'll get to him and his mother. And she never actually owned, or she owned the store, but she never actually worked there. But Clayton Hart was her cousin, which had been Zippy's nephew, and he worked there for a long time, and most people, old-timers in Tullahoma, will recognize Mr. Hart. He was a great employee and a great citizen of Tullahoma. His wife, Margaret, was the bookkeeper for 2 or 3 decades minimum at the Builder Supply. They were a great couple. And the next then would have been Robert Ratcliffe, who was Pauline's son. He came back.
I get a smile on my face when I see him.
And Robert was such a great person in Tullahoma, and we've had several stories about him, primarily on his stewardship of golf balls.
And good finances.
Yeah, that's correct. He would have given you a soulful rendition of that working for the company store too. Especially when it came to indebtedness to the company store.
He would tape up his own tees, wouldn't he, when he'd break a tee at the tee box?
He had 2 bags in his golf cart, one of completely good shaped tees and one of chipped that would still hold the ball up. But he was a character, but he was a great man. And then following Clayton, and there's Robert's, not many people knew much about this, but Robert served in World War II, and like soldiers that really saw a lot of combat in World War II, he didn't like to talk about it. But he went all the way up through, starting, I believe, at Sicily. After we got good control of North Africa, then we invaded Sicily and Italy and started working up. And Robert saw plenty of combat there, and it wasn't until almost till just previous to his death that he was able to even talk about it. And that brings us to his daughter, Florence, who became the owner in 1978 and is presently owns it. And I would encourage anybody that likes local history to stop in over there and see it, because she's got pictures of way back in, I believe, maybe the 30s of the shop, and she's remodeled it to try to have the same layout and so forth as they had then. It's really interesting.
Apologize that whoever took that picture had the top of your head chopped off.
Yeah, that's right. That Florence, before you go out seeking that man, it may have been me. Oh, me.
Oh, me. It's the Harton, the Ratcliffe and Florence and that group. Right. That group of people you mentioned.
Right.
Fabulous people. That's what made America great.
That's right. Robert's mother, Pauline Clayton Ratcliffe, she actually lived and her husband, Mr. Ratcliffe, they lived in Selma, Alabama. And when Robert been in high school, which had been the mid-30s, I believe, they felt like our school system here was better than theirs, and they sent him to live with his uncle.
Still is.
And that's right. That's exactly right. And that was the house next door to the Hartons. So when Robert married Alice Harton, that was a marriage that came between 2 neighbors.
Well,
yeah.
Hey, we're getting a signal.
Getting a signal that it's over. Well,
but it's been so much fun.
That's right. Back to local history. Segment 51 is in the books, and we hope to soon be back for segment 52, John.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, everybody. And thank management for this possibility of the marathon taking place.
Talking history about this and that. It's conversations with John and Pat. With John and Pat. With John and Pat.
Hey Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry, I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
For many senior citizens, life looks like this, but it doesn't have to. When you make your home at Parkview Senior Living, life after retirement takes on a whole new meaning. Daily exercise options, fun outings, happy hour, game nights, movies and popcorn, arts and crafts, enjoying friends over chef-prepared meals. Parkview Senior Living, where you're always home, but you're never home alone.
Let me tell you about the toughest guy on earth. He does the work of 2 jobs, but only gets paid for one. He's tough enough to feed the man that gave him a lifetime of nourishment. He has the crazy strength to lift the man that raised him up without even flinching. That's right. No employee of the month bonus check here. This guy, no. This warrior will always be by his father's side, even if his dad will hardly remember. Good luck finding a gym to train for that. If this guy isn't the toughest guy on the planet, then I don't know who is. Caregiving is tougher than tough. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
Is this the year you want to get fit? If so, check out just some of the things Tullahoma Parks and Rec has to offer. Kickboxing, aerobics, silver sneakers workouts, swim lessons, boot camp, water aerobics, basketball, Zumba, yoga, pickleball, lap swimming, treadmill, karate. Get fit, Tullahoma, and have some fun with Tullahoma Parks and Rec.
I was skeptical about getting the COVID-19 vaccine. There are a lot of opinions being shared. But I had the chance to talk with my doctor about my concerns. He told me the vaccines are backed by decades of research, and that the vaccines are proven safe and effective. Now I'm protected and ready to put this pandemic behind us. Join the millions of Tennesseans who have decided to give COVID-19 vaccines a shot. Visit covid19.tn.gov to find an appointment today.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
Welcome back. I'm on the set today with Linda Welty and her friend Sharon, and they're here to talk about some wonderful things that have to do with Christmas.
Yeah.
Just one weekend after Thanksgiving, correct?
It's the Saturday after Thanksgiving, and we have always lit the George Orr tree down at the Caboose Park, but we wanted to make it a little more celebratory this year. So
Great.
We are going to do something from 3 to 5. We're going to have the caboose open. We're going to have letters to Santa. And Mrs. Claus is going to come via the way of the old antique fire truck.
Oh, that's awesome.
And she's going to come in and she's going to spend some time with us, and then she's going to carry the letters back to Santa because he's much, much too busy to.
Oh, he's too busy to be there.
Much too busy to be here.
Oh, yeah.
So
Santa's got a job to do.
Yeah, Santa's got a very important job to do, so she's going to come. And the tree lighting is, we've never done it this way before, and we would like to make it a little more special. So we would like the children to have the opportunity to flip the switch. And that's what our event's called. It's Flip the Switch. And they have to be there, and they put their name in the little box, and then we draw it out.
Draw out a name.
Draw out a name.
And that name flips the switch.
And the name will flip the switch.
That's fabulous. What
and
fun.
That we're going to have some vendors there. The Tennessee Woodworkers are going to be there showing some of the things that they do.
They are so fabulous.
And we've got a couple jewelers there that are going to display their works, and we're going to have some food, and we just want to make it an old-fashioned Christmas.
So do we want people to show up with money?
We want people to show up with money. In fact, a lot of things are donations, if they want to. But some of the vendors are selling things. Hopefully, maybe we'll see some popcorn and some hot chocolate. All of this is coming together, and we're kind of creeping. This is the first of the first, and it's sponsored by the Tullahoma Community Pride Foundation, which is a partnership between the city and the residents to fix up and clean up and take pride in our community.
And have some fun. Let's give them that date again, because I just said the weekend after.
It's November 26th.
The 26th.
From 3 to 5. We're going to shut the street off between Grundy and Lincoln.
So I think it's free, right?
It is free. The more the merrier. We'd like to have people downtown.
I'd like to see a bunch down there.
I would like to see a bunch down there too, and have a good time.
And the children, they'll just come and they'll line up and
they'll line up and they can write a letter to Santa, or they can,
they can write their letter at home and bring it and deposit it.
And they can visit the sidewalk.
Well, will it get to Santa in time?
I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure. We have a mailbox. Mrs. Claus is going to handle things. She's going to handle things.
Good.
You're
on top of it.
Well,
all right.
Yes, and she's going to be on top of it.
Yes.
So, and we thought the children would like to see the antique fire truck.
Of course.
Which is always great fun.
I just love the caboose, and I love to see things happening around it, and I'm thrilled that we have the military people's names on the walk there, and I can walk over it and see my husband and my son, and it makes you it
proud.
touches me. It makes me proud, and I think we all need to develop our pride in this country. And we have a lot to be prideful for in this town.
Yeah.
You know, there are a lot of good things that happen here in Tullahoma. So, how long did you say this has been going on?
Well, we've been lighting the tree for many years now, but we have never done it like this. It's been, you know, come and we'll light the tree and then go on. But we decided we wanted to make it more of a Hallmark event, where I love the Hallmark stories, where the people are coming and everybody's happy and everybody's
Every story ends happy.
Absolutely.
No, but sometimes there is a guy left at the church that's not as happy.
Yeah, well, you know.
It's all about happiness.
And, you know, good things will happen.
We need a lot more of that in our lives. We really do, and I appreciate what you guys are doing.
And Miss Laura Orr likes the children to take part, and she doesn't like to flip the switch, but we thought she would like this event too. Yes, so Laura hopefully will be there with some of her family. And
George Orr, her husband, had a big part in this community.
Yes, he did.
And we're all
he was mayor
grateful
for a while, and he was well involved in many things.
Exactly. So do you all do other events similar to this?
We don't do events, but we do give out a business sign that's to a business that's enhance their appearance on the outside. It's a Tullahoma Civic Award.
Okay.
And we just don't give them all the time. We give them when it's due.
Appropriate.
When it's appropriate.
Yeah.
You know, we just don't want to just give it to give it. We want to give it with a reason behind it.
With a reason behind it. Sharon, have you both been involved in this during all this time?
Yes, we have.
So, and
I wanted to say that the kids will have a Santa's workshop also.
Oh, good.
Yeah, we have something for them to do, for them to make.
And so
they can make.
Is there any chance that Santa will be around? No, we said he was too busy.
He's busy.
He can't come.
Mrs. Claus will be
Mrs.
around.
Claus is going to be there?
Yes, but the kids can work in that area and make a little something.
That's
for them
wonder-ful.
To hang on a tree at home, maybe.
Good.
The seafood place is going to be there. Have you been to the seafood place? They are going to be boiling some hot dogs. There'll be something to eat for people.
Oh, so they'll be selling hot dogs.
And no, they'll be
they're
giving them out.
away?
And they'll be giving out little samples.
Okay.
Of,
well, that's
of the
nice.
seafood.
The hot dogs are for the kids because we thought the adults would like the samples, but you know, kids have got such a picky palate. That,
I can remember the grilled cheese sandwich day.
Yes, you know.
What do you want for dinner? Grilled cheese.
Right.
That was it.
So that's for the kids' palate. But
Yeah.
we thought the adults might enjoy something a little more tasty.
I agree. Well, it's wonderful thing to do, and maybe you will find other places to do similar events.
And hopefully next year maybe we can do a little bit more. And this is our creeping year.
Yeah.
So we want to try it, and then hopefully next year we can expand it a little bit more and do a little bit more and get more people involved. And we're going to have music. And I requested send in the form via the internet to have the train slow roll through that time period.
Oh.
So it won't be quite as loud.
And you said you were going to have music?
Mm-hmm.
And
we're going to have.
Who are you having?
We're just doing piping music this year, but maybe next year we could have.
Maybe you could have
someone that would like to come and play.
I love to see people playing on the street corners, and you know, when I've been to New York and places like that, in the subways, wherever you go, there's somebody playing music, and I like to see
and
that
maybe
around
people
our
in
town.
costume running around being elves.
It's not too late. If somebody wants to do that, we're open.
They
if
could
they want to come.
They could bring their guitar and sit there and
just
play
give
some
me a
Christmas
call.
songs.
That's right. Whatever.
All right. Well, just tell them what number to call.
Probably my cell would be the best, 931-212-4106.
And do you all have a website or a Facebook page?
Right now, our Facebook page is down.
Okay.
Because we've lost one of our members, and she was
the one that I know.
Yes.
It takes a little technology to keep it going.
So we have got to reinvent that, but anyway, so with the chamber doing their thing, the following week with the Christmas parade, it's just kind of
wrap it all up.
Wrap it all up.
It's a good reason to stay home.
That's right.
In Tullahoma and spend your money in our businesses here. Well, Sharon and Linda, thank you for coming, and thank you for what you're doing. I think the kids will be excited. remember, the date is December 26th.
November 26th.
November, not December. Lord knows it'll be over. All right, we'll be back with more.
The Bookshelf in Tullahoma is the fundraising arm of the Coffee County Literacy Council. Since 1988, the Literacy Council's goal and purpose has been to support and promote adult basic education in Coffee County. We enable individuals to complete their high school equivalency exam, which helps them get better jobs or continue into higher education. The Bookshelf at 114 Southwest Atlantic Street in Tullahoma is where we sell used books which are donated to us by the community. Come see us, bring your books to donate, and join us as you find every genre of books that you can imagine.
MacArthur Manor Assisted Living is passionate about creating better experiences for our Manchester seniors. Our residents describe us in a few words.
Welcoming.
When you walk through the doors at MacArthur Manor, we'll treat you like family. Caring. Through high standards of personalized care, we help residents live life to its fullest.
Engaging.
With a wide range of life-enriching activities, there is something for everyone at MacArthur Manor. With our residents and staff now vaccinated, call us today to schedule your safe and personalized tour.
I had a knee replacement, so they've got me in life care, which I'm very, very thankful for. I couldn't garden, I couldn't do my flower beds, I can't chase my little dogs. I have been in several therapy sessions for knees and back, and that's the best therapist I believe I've ever been to. It's tremendous because I'm able to walk again, but if it wasn't for the care, I wouldn't be where I am.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Is this the year you want to get fit? If so, check out just some of the things Tullahoma Parks and Rec has to offer. Kickboxing, aerobics, silver sneakers workouts, swim lessons, boot camp, water aerobics, basketball, Zumba, yoga, pickleball, lap swimming, treadmill, karate. Get fit, Tullahoma, and have some fun with Tullahoma Parks and Rec.
Do you love sports? Then you should know about STEM. Because maximizing nutrition, analyzing peak muscle performance, calculating the perfect shot, and more are all made possible by science, technology, engineering, and math. In fact, there are more careers than ever in sports science. So if you have a passion for sports, then think about getting involved in STEM and improve everyone's game on and off the field. Get inspired at SheCanSTEM.com.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
I wanted my.
All right, we're back and we're talking crazy here. We're talking about keeping skeletons. We were talking about decorating for Christmas before Halloween even starts, but we're still going to stay with Thanksgiving because Thanksgiving is one of my favorite holidays. It's a time when you spend time with family and friends,
And
you're being thankful. And a lot of times it has something to do with a nap and maybe watching an old movie, playing cards, doing those fun things that folks did years ago before life was so frantic and crazy.
Frantic and busy. Isn't it interesting how it so much, I know in the past because I lived way in the past, and my father worked 24 hours a day, but we always had time to stop and talk
eat.
and sit on the front porch and tell lies and whatever.
Tell lies. Hey, just little ones, little white
white
ones. But hey, just be safe and careful out there, folks, and go to the Gobble Wobble and do all the fun things that are happening around town. And we'll see you next week with another show, just like Heckle and Jekyll.